Here we go again. I can't believe I'm making a video like this already. The more information that comes out about this game, the more worried I get. Well, to all the haters that'll flood the comments saying I'm just a professional complainer, hey, I'm giving my FC feedback, alright? I want to help shape the future of this franchise because they haven't been listening to us for the past 20 years. Now all of a sudden in FC 26, it's time to listen to the players. Nevertheless, we've got some brand new details to deep dive into today about FC 26 career mode before the deep dive and before the beta drops next week. We've already got some leaks floating around with some interviews with developers and from some people who have already played the game, and it's fair to say that I am slightly concerned. And another disclaimer, because I just feel like I have to say this based on the comments I get. I don't want to, like, if you're excited for this game, like, good for you. I'm happy for you that you're keen to play this game and you're just staying positive about everything because it looks like the gameplay is completely overhauled. I'm just strictly speaking about manager, player career mode, the offline side of things, the offline realm of the game. I don't care about online. I don't care about Ultimate Team. I don't really care that much about the gameplay. This is a career mode focused channel, so we're going to talk about career mode and unpack it all because that's just what we do. It's my specialty. It's my love. But one thing I'd also love is for EA to actually have some solid competition because now we can confirm that Master League is not coming back to PES. It's officially dead. They haven't announced it for this year's iteration of the game. So again, career mode in FIFA is now the sole kind of career mode experience. There is no real alternative. I mean, Football Manager, some people I don't really count that as the main competition, but it was cancelled last year. Nothing's really announced for it this year. And then Master League, yeah, it's a big RIP. This ain't coming back. Konami's done with it. They're just going to focus on their Ultimate Team alternative. They're going to focus towards the mobile community. It's a glorified mobile pay-to-win microtransactions game, even though they were caught out saying that Master League will be available as paid additional content during 2023. We haven't heard a peep about it yet here in 2025. So that was a big fat lie. And it just all but confirms that now career mode is now the sole offline manager experience. And it's sad, but it leaves room for me to be more hypercritical from EA because now they've got the monopoly. Now they've got no one breathing down their neck. They're going to be as complacent as ever. It's honestly devastating because I was really enjoying like the direction that they were heading in PES 2021 with their Master League, with their Become a Legend. Konami really don't want anything to do with it, and I stand by what I said on Twitter. I hope this company burns to the ground, well and truly. They had this grand event, like everyone was saying like, oh, they're going to announce Master League, they're going to announce Master League, they're going to announce something, and it was just a complete waste of time with nothing of note happening. Look at this, like for their big 30th anniversary event, you'd think they'd announce the return of their flagship game mode that they used to have. But now that they got the money rolling in with the My Team cash cows, they've crafted their own version of Ultimate Team. They've cracked the code and they ain't going back. Nevertheless, FC 26 career mode, welcome to the Dragon's Den. It's a make or break year now that GTA 6 has got a release date. So let's see what news has come out. What has got me so worried? Let's just get the light stuff out the way first. We can now officially confirm that online career mode is not coming to FC 26. Oh, no. Sorry for that. I was just pretending to be shocked. Like I could have bet the house. I would have bet every single penny I have on online career mode not coming to FC 26. I would probably put a bet on it not coming until probably FC 28, FC 30, because the lead developer Andreas Wilsdorf has said that they're exploring the idea, but it's still in the early concept stage and nothing is being built yet. So it is still years away. And here's why. Open saves could be ruined by players quitting or trolling. Transfers between human managers raise fairness issues. And EA wants to work globally, not just as a private friends only feature. I'm just going to let you take in that a fellow EA sports game got an online career mode in 2009. 2009. Some of you guys watching probably weren't even born. And these guys are saying that it's years away. Nothing's been built yet for FIFA. For the biggest EA sports title ever. We're not getting this feature that Madden has had for going on 16 years now. I didn't even know how to comprehend that. I didn't even know, like am I going crazy? Am I the problem? Is there something not like egregiously wrong happening here? You're saying for the past 16 years, you couldn't have just like, I don't know, gone and like taken a look, not even copying homework. You're copying off your own company company. Just take a look. How does Madden Online franchise work? Let's just, look at the other dev team over there doing Madden because, it's made by the same company. They should be looking at what other games are doing, whether it's football, NFL, basketball, whatever. It's a sports game. Let's take a look at how online career mode works in that game. I know it's a completely different sport, but let's just see how they get it ticking. How does it work there? And maybe let's implement something similar into the biggest sports title of all time. I don't know, just a little idea. I don't want to come across as a dickhead here because, I honestly want the best for this game. I just feel frustrated when you love something so much, you want it to be the best it can. You want it to be, the best on the market, the best product. And just based on that fact alone, I know we could have had online career mode for 5-10 years already, considering it's been a feature and possible in Madden since 2009. Come on, man. Seriously, it's just prime incompetence, basically. I know it's hard to develop game. I'm not a game developer. I'm not claiming to be. But I'm just putting the pieces together. This isn't like it's a separate company, like I'm saying go copy what 2K's doing in the basketball scene. I'm saying it's literally within the own walls of your company. Surely if the Madden team can do it, the FIFA team are more than capable. I've been personally requesting this for years now, since FIFA 14, FIFA 13. Now I know it's never gonna come. And this just confirms it now. The news is just released. I personally am I've just given up on the idea basically, but now this has reignited the fire in me. Just hearing this developer say this and listing all the problems they have, how come you can't just make it a private friends only feature? I mean, they even have it in Football Manager. Again, my point being, I don't want to compare it with other companies, because their own company does it in another sports franchise. Why not just make it a private only friends feature first, and then once you get the feedback, once it eventually starts rolling out, then you can eventually incorporate, public lobbies, or I don't even know what they mean by wanting it to work globally, because I'm sure back when Madden had it in 2009, it didn't start off as this big grand feature. It probably got better over time. Yeah, it even says connecting with your friends in an online save and enjoying franchise mode. As the concept has evolved, online franchise has become a staple of sports video games. Yeah, a staple in most sports video games, besides the biggest game that covers the world's biggest game. Nah, it's not in that game, but every other sports video game, yeah, that has online career mode, not this one. Anyways, that was just the appetizer. That wasn't the main thing I wanted to talk about, even though I did go into a deep rant about it, but this has been the early details that have leaked about FC26 Manager career mode. And yeah, there are some issues here that I'd like to cover. As previously revealed, FC26 will feature a manager market in career mode. We all knew that. Clubs will hire and transfer managers who fit their philosophy and tactical profile, as there will be a dedicated tab and page in the menu for the manager market. So it is going to be a big flagship feature that you don't have to go digging for. It'll be right there, ready to access, and that is great. First off, we got green flags waving all around. I'm giving EA points for that one. That's a great thing that each manager have their own tactics, have their own way of playing, like I covered in my concepts video for FC26. I'll give them a point for that. That is a great addition. There you go. I'm giving EA their flowers. But as I continued to dig deeper, as I continued to read on, I found another great feature, that the manager market pool will also include all licensed national team managers. So managers can switch clubs and national teams, but cannot manage both at once. So they've removed the ability to be a club manager and national team manager. That still has to be confirmed, but that's what it's sounding like. But I don't think AI managers can manage, Man City and Germany at the same time. They've only got to manage one, which obviously makes sense. I just don't know on the user side whether, you can't now accept international team job offers. And if you do, you exit your club team and then you go to the national team and do a national team only job. That is still yet to be 100% confirmed. I hope that's not the case, because if it is, yeah, that's kind of an L. And they keep going on about this international manager pool, but we've literally got less than 30 nations in the game. There aren't that many licensed national managers in the game, but it's good that they're involved, as, yeah, the international management scene in career mode has been abysmal for years now, and it's probably reached the lowest point ever. And it's a growing concern. 34,000 people here agree with me. I'm a little bit cautious about this one. We're going to have to find out some details in a few weeks' time, but now assistant coaches can be upgraded to head coaches in career mode. When an AI club fires a manager, the club will appoint the assistant coach as the interim manager. So again, that's a good little I'll give him a thumbs up there. That's a good feature. I'm not going to be continuously hating for no reason. When I see a good feature, when I see a good idea, I will give them praise. And if no ideal full-time manager is available on the market, a club might promote the interim manager as head manager if the results are positive. So again, it depends how much this actually happens or if this is just a rare one-off occasion, but that is a good feature. Assistant coaches are probably all going to be generic, so don't expect any real life, real world assistant coaches to be in the game. They're just going to be all generic coaches. Don't expect anything big there. Now, this is where it's the classic case of EA implementing a brilliant feature and, you know, the implementation isn't quite right, as all managers will have ratings in FC26 career mode. Oh, perfect. A great line. Until you read the next one, where these ratings are dynamic and will remain hidden.
You serious?
The ratings can rise and drop depending on the manager's performance. This plays a big role in determining how AI clubs sign or fire their managers. So their ratings are a massive deal. It's a big thing in FC26 career mode. The manager rating dictates everything in FC26 career mode, but they'll remain hidden. You can't see it. Well, why? I'm gonna lose my mind. Honestly.
I prefer really not to speak. If I speak, I am in big trouble.
You've just done this last year with FC25. You can play games with your youth academy players. Brilliant feature, great addition, but it's rush. Honestly, bro, why are they hidden? For what reason? Why? Like, I'm sure with mods, this is going to be possible. We can find out the ratings easily with the live editor. But for you console guys, like, why are these ratings hidden? Why? Please, EA, change this before launch. This is just stupid. This is like you're dating the hottest girl on planet Earth and you can't touch her, you can't kiss her. Like, what the f***'s the point? What is the point of saying all this? 3 out of 4 lines of this tweet. What is the point of saying that when they will remain hidden? I'm honestly losing brain cells thinking about this company and their operations. Who is making the decisions? Who approved this? Who said, oh yeah, let's make manager ratings. Let's make them dynamic and play a big role, but let no one see them. Whoever came up with that idea, fucking fire them. The only light to come out of this is hopefully that this is just like a feature you can tick on and off, like in the background in the game code. I can't believe I have to say this to a billion-pound company. Just let us see the manager ratings. That should be an easy fix before launch. Just do it and we won't have problems, all right? All right? This is your one chance to rectify yourself. If they're still hidden on launch day, you're going to hear from me. There's going to be a big meltdown on this channel, all right? Because this is just stupid. This just makes my blood boil. Like, I get maybe hiding the player potential because, you know, players' potential isn't even shown. You just kind of have to guess with their potential status. So I guess hiding maybe manager potential if they even have it in the game, but why hide the ratings? What is the reason for this? Please, if they keep making stupid decisions like this, I don't know how long I'm going to last, as there's a big one for the console guys out there. You can edit the names of all unlicensed managers in career mode, and this change applies globally across all saves, letting you fix names for leagues like the Bundesliga, which only have Borussia Dortmund and Bayern's manager. But in this tweet saying Vincent Kompany will be the only licensed manager in the Bundesliga, which is, yeah, I don't really know what the issue is about here. I don't know why in Ligue 1 and the Bundesliga there's only like 1 or 2 managers that you can pick from. Honestly, I don't know if it's to do with licenses. I don't know whether it's to do with image rights. I've got no clue. This is just a quality of life update where instead of just showing one manager, it's going to show all of the managers there, and it'll just have their fake names and their fake like likenesses. And now you just get the ability to edit their names. So I wouldn't count this as a feature. It's just a quality of life update. You don't get any points for this, EA. You could already do this on PC. I'm not going to sing your praises about that one. That's just, yeah, that could be a patch note. Oh, talking about patch notes, talking about quality of life updates, EA made some transfer logic tweaks in FC26. Oh, you finally got there. You finally made it. For example, a bug where AI clubs signed 5 to 6 players for the same position, often wingers, have been addressed. Furthermore, clubs will now build more balanced squads based on their philosophy and tactics. I don't know how to say this, but this has been a bug. This has been a long-standing issue since like FIFA 16. I remember people sharing screenshots from like 10 years ago saying how, oh my God, look at Man United. They've signed like 10 left backs. Like, that has been a main-staking issue for years now. You're telling me, oh, in FC26, they've finally got to the bottom of it. They've finally perfected perfected and tweaked transfer logic, one of the biggest factors of football management. They finally tinkered and got to the bottom of the transfer logic with AI. That has been a bug, a game-breaking bug, and it's finally been addressed. They've finally, Barcelona won't sign 15 strikers. If they parade this as a main feature, if they show this off, like, come on. This should be a given. This should just automatically be, like, in the game. Considering it's been around for so long, like, come on. This should have just been a patch note. This should have been an update. But it looks like the AI transfers are now going to be realistic. I don't know. We'll test that one out on launch day. Another slight positive here is that live start points is now including 20 leagues in FC26 career mode. And I think they're kind of stat padding here. They're not saying what leagues. They're just saying 20 because I think all the women's leagues are going to get it, and that's probably like 8 or 10 or 5. I don't know how many women's leagues there are, but yeah, they're going to include live start points. I really need to see the full leagues breakdown before I give this the green light, before I give this a point. I'm not getting too excited about that one, but it's good to see that live start points continually gets updated. I'll just get this one out of the way because I have the least to say about it, but now icons and heroes will be available in FC26 Manager Career, not just Player Career, so you can fully access them in the offline game modes, which is a great tick. But hey, we've been able to do this since like FIFA 18 on PC, so it's good that like 8 years later you're finally giving the console players this access. You finally caught up to the party, EA. Good on you. You're only like 8 years late, but we'll give it to you. The console players can finally rejoice. And this feature I should be more happy about, but let me just talk about it. Retro kits return in FC26 career mode, and there will be a total of 37 licensed retro jerseys. The way you unlock them, the way you earn them in game is by completing the Manager Live challenges instead of, the perfect system that we had, the FIFA catalog, where you can just play the game, earn the catalog coins whilst you across every game mode, and just buy them when you want to, instead of going through all of these Manager Live challenges. Who knows how long they're going to be? Who knows what you have to do to unlock these retro kits? Like, again, they've removed the perfect catalog system, the perfect function where you could just go in and shop for what you want, access them via the click of a button and unlock them throughout the year. No, we've just scrapped that, and now they're incorporating them into these challenges, which you're going to be forced to do. They could be a long road to glory challenge. It could be a short challenge, and people will celebrate this. People will be happy and be like, Brandon, you gotta give them credit for bringing back retro kits into career mode. Didn't you want that after all these years? And I'd say yes, but they found a way to incorporate it into these challenges, which you're gonna have to do whether you like them or not. And might I add, they've been in Ultimate Team since like FIFA 23. I remember them bringing retro kits into FIFA 23, unlock them in Ultimate Team, and they had no bearing on the offline world. You could just buy them and they just be Ultimate Team exclusive. So this has been possible in the game for the last 4 or 5 years, but they've just gone, nah, let's hold off, let's wait until they find the perfect moment to be like, we can incorporate them into these manager challenges. A late feature that should have been in the game years ago. Finally, we're getting it. So it is a sigh of relief, but it's kind of annoying how we have to do these challenges. You're forced to do these challenges if you want to unlock the retro kits. It's hard to give them credit here because I've known they've been in the game. According to this tweet, apparently they're also selectable in Create a Club. I'd take that with a grain of salt. I don't think that's 100% confirmed yet, but apparently, I don't know why retro kits would be in Create a Club. It doesn't really make sense, but maybe the retro kit templates are in Create a Club. But just bring back the catalog, bro. Like, honestly, we had the perfect system. The shop, the catalog. Just bring that back, and all the retro kit packs. I don't want to do these tedious challenges just to get, buy a Leverkusen home shirt from 1978. And once you unlock them, you better not have to be connected to the servers to wear them in game, because I know that's a major issue going back onto all the retro FIFAs, because the servers are shut down. Even if you've paid for them through the catalog with the in-game currency, you can't actually use the retro kits in career mode in kickoff because you're not signed in and connected to the servers. So this better not be an online only feature too, otherwise yeah, we're gonna have problems. Nevertheless, I want to get to my main gripe and my main issue about this manager market in FC26. It is that managers will mostly remain in their domestic countries. Like, why? coaches will remain in their leagues. As far as is understood, if a coach is in the Spanish league, they will sign with teams from that league. That's even worse if they just stay in their league, let alone stay in their country. Like, why would this be like, why? Again, I'm just sitting here going, why? Why are manager ratings hidden? Why are managers going to mostly stay in domestically? I'm going crazy. I'm losing my mind. Again, like I was just about to go to bed on Saturday night, had a great day with the family, and I come back, I'm doom scrolling in bed on Twitter, which you should never do, by the way, and the first thing that pops up on my feed is from Generic FC quote tweeting this, saying that they will remain in the country, and I've just, that's it. That's confirmed it. Rant this week is incoming. There has been some other info coming out saying that rare shock moves can occur, and now I'm kind of connecting the dots and putting the puzzle pieces together to what this unexpected event setting could be in the leak that I showed you guys last month with the career mode settings menu. So that's what I'm thinking now. If you have this unexpected events turned on, you're going to see those shock moves where managers don't stay in their domestic leagues mainly. They actually make moves and go abroad, which just kind of should be, I don't think that should be an extra feature and function where you have to turn that on for managers to accept job offers not in their own country. Like, I don't know that. Anyway, hopefully that is the case. But so far, we haven't started on a good foot here with the manager ratings being hidden and also the rare shock moves only, as managers will mostly stay domestically. Who's making these decisions? Who came up with this in the ideas room? Who cooked this one up? Because I just need to have a talk to them. Nevertheless, another big detail that came out of this EA developer interview and just confirmed my rant that was coming through today is that no sponsorships will be in FC26 career mode, as EA has confirmed that sponsorships will not be added in FC26 or the foreseeable future due to licensing restrictions. While fans argue it was a feature in older titles, I mean, just case in point, EA says times have changed and licensing is now a major obstacle. I don't want to be rude, but let me just say that me and probably everyone else in the career mode community would love the addition of the feature in older titles. Let's just have those generic made-up companies to be sponsors in manager career. That's obstacle number one. I'd happily have all those fake companies back and to have that sponsorship offers in career mode without real companies until, EA sort their stuff out with licensing or they can find a way to add real companies to the game. And it would work both ways. You'd have them in both manager and player career. Why that was removed, you ask? Again, nobody knows. It's just EA's secret. I can't believe we're still talking about sponsorships in 2025. How that is not an integral part of the game yet, I have no idea, because apparently, according to the streets, F1 already has this in the game, and that's an EA game. I'm not too familiar with the F1 series, so I'm not going to comment on it too much, but they've got it in the game. How does a football video game, the biggest sports video game on earth, not have sponsorships, not have online career mode? Like, you're acting like you're an indie developer company here. You're $1 billion company, mate. Get your act together. Mate, bloody FIFA 07. FIFA 07! I played this when I was bloody 8 years old. It had sponsorships. There is no excuse. There is no sympathy. There is no, times of... No, just add them back in and then sort out the real world ones later. At least have sponsorships in the game to some capacity. I feel like I'm talking to a baby. I feel like I'm talking to a toddler here, and it's $1 billion company. But me dead, bro. Anyway, this is like a concept photo of like FIFA 20. So you know how long people have wanted this back in the game for. And this is in the form of like, you're managing at a club and you get the sponsorships. You manage all the sponsorship offers. Now, another main area that sponsorships would impact would be, the Creator Club kits and actually putting sponsors and editing your kit to have different sponsors every season, have real world companies. Now, I get the obstacles around that. I know why that's probably a difficult challenge to put in the game, but you're telling me that you hooked up with Pepsi in this little sponsorship deal to have this competition, to have these prizes in the game, to have the Pepsi kits in FC25. That's a sponsor. That's a real world company, but you guessed it, all the content that they added, all these Pepsi kits, all these sponsorships was Ultimate Team exclusive. The words every career mode fan loves to hear. So it is possible. Real world sponsorships are possible in the game on kits. When they do happen, even though it's only one. Nah, that's not going to be added into career mode or create a club. Nah, forget it. It's only an Ultimate Team exclusive, so you could do these little brand deals, so you can do these little buy a Pepsi can, earn some FC rewards, win some prizes. Like, how hype would this have been if you could use it in career mode, if it was like the first sponsored kit in Create a Club? So they can tell us all the excuses they want. They can say, you know, oh, the sponsorships are hard, blah, 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 but clearly it's possible. Like, I'm showing you in 4K that you've done it this year. Like, this is the proof. This is the evidence that the agenda, like, this is the agenda. They're probably going to add shirt sponsors and sponsorship deals to Ultimate Team before they even add it to career mode. Like, how this wasn't career mode Creator Club content, I've got no idea. I've got no clue. And it gets even worse too. They did it in FC24 as well. So 2 years in a row, they've done us over with this sponsorships aren't possible nonsense. Like, the career mode fans would have frothed over this. Like, you know, you could put Pepsi on the Creator Club kits. Pepsi would be a main sponsor in the game. Yes, it was only one company, but surely they could have built on top of that. Anyways, we're probably going to have a Pepsi FC26 collab in the works, and we're still not going to get any sponsorships or Creator Club kits to choose from for the 3rd year running, so that's going to be a major disappointment. EA's excuses, I've got the receipts, I've got the evidence to prove them wrong in 4K, so don't come at me with this licensing is now a major obstacle, because you've got your brand deals, you've got your partnerships. This is just a cop-out. Anyways, this major interview that leaked all this information has got this EA developer talking about upgrades planned for FC27. We're talking about FC27 and beyond before FC26 has even come out. So it's pretty much confirming that this stuff isn't going to be in FC26. Just forget about it. It's not going to be touched. Don't get your hopes up about these kind of features. So basically the first one is transfer system overhaul. So nothing has changed with the transfers this year. So there's going to be no buybacks, no club signing competition, and no smarter negotiations. So the transfers are going to remain exactly the same. Dynamic potential rework based on performance. Honestly, I thought dynamic potential was based on performance. So what's it based on now? Because it's not based on game time. If your all-star wonder kid plays 50 games in a season, scores 0 goals, scores 0 assists, his dynamic potential is going to get shot to the ground. So if dynamic potential right now isn't based on player performance, what's it based on? Because that's what I always thought it was based on. Am I the only one in this boat? Am I the only one that thought that was the whole point of dynamic potential? The scouting system is going to remain the same, whether it's youth academy or real world players. I don't really know what since FIFA 16 means, but a press conference overhaul. They tried to revamp it last year with 4 options doing different things. I mean, it was kind of the same. It was kind of a useless feature, but press conference overhaul is coming. Got the team hierarchy and social dynamics. Another feature that's been in an EA game before. This one hurts more because it was a football game, FIFA Manager, which got discontinued in 2013. These were all features in that title which still haven't come to career mode yet, so they're potentially coming in FC27. But yeah, these were present and could have been added, for years now. Anyway, but the big one, improved stats tracking, which kind of confirms that, you know, historical stats and viewing player stats over the course of seasons in different leagues, in different countries, is not going to be in FC26, which again is one of the most requested features from the community recently. There is a source here saying that finally stats will be visible for your loaned players. So, you know, if you're managing in England, you send out a wonder kid to Italy, you won't be seeing any of the performance stats from that player unless they're playing in the same competitions as you. But now apparently we're not going to get historical stats, but after years and years of begging, it should be possible to see the stats of your loan players to determine if the loan was successful or not. And yeah, finally. But big groundbreaking feature here, just a simple quality of life update. Again, another aspect that should have been in the game years ago, and I don't think historical stats are coming this year, so you won't be able to look back on previous seasons. We're just taking baby steps. EA like taking baby steps. You only get, now this year, you only get to see your lone player stats. Maybe next year you can see historical stats. We're gonna have to wait for that one. Now, another potentially leaked FC27 feature that could be coming. I actually thought it would be coming this year in FC26, but apparently it is planned for the future, and that is icon managers are being prepared, and you could one day face legends like Klopp, Zidane, or Mourinho. It's not in FC26, but it's clearly in in development, apparently, according to this TikTok. I can't believe we're talking about FC27 already, but yeah, this interview has kind of dropped a few bombs, and we need to talk about it. Some more new info and leaks have come out, and it's not from the developer interview, but from an EA employee. Anyway, I'm not really trusting an account with 200 followers leaking this kind of stuff, but here's some more info about when you sign a player. As before signing a player, a medical examination will be conducted, and you can choose to cancel the deal based on the doctor's advice. You can speak directly with the president to request things such as more money for transfers. So request funds is now back, question mark. And there will be a sporting director who can suggest and sign players. Take this with a grain of salt, take this with a pinch of salt. It could end up being true. I don't know. It comes from this source. It comes from this tweet. Someone that claims to work at graphics for EA since 2004. If you scroll back further enough on their account, they're calling out FC25 as the biggest scam in the gaming industry. Don't know how EA hasn't fired them yet. This could be a prime example of classic fake news, so I'm not going to touch on it for too long, as apparently some more FC27 news. We're getting the new Barcelona stadium in the game through EA's La Liga partnership, while Konami keeps marketing rights and face scans. Apparently they're going to renew the Barcelona deal, so we're not going to get the old Camp Nou back, but by the time it's ready in 2026 or 2027, the new Spotify Camp Nou will be in FC27. Whether that actually comes to fruition or not, I don't know, but multiple sources are reporting on it. And the return of the Barca Stadium will be possible with a brand new look, freshly renovated, state-of-the-art, absolute mammoth of a stadium. We haven't had it in the game since FIFA 16, where the stadium backgrounds were a thing. It was beautiful in the UI. You could see it in the menu. It would give you these beautiful panning shots and drone shots in the menu. So that's kind of the last time we've seen it in full effect in a FIFA game. But yeah, that's all the FC27 news I have for you so far. I can't believe I even muttered those words, but there are some more concerns that I guess it frustrates people more than it does me, but the player roles where you can't actually adjust your player on the pitch like we've been used to for so many FIFAs now. You can adjust certain players' positions, drag them in and out like you've got magnets on the tactical board. This feature is not coming back. As much as you cry for it, as much as you guys miss it, I miss it too, but it's not front of mind. It's not like number one thing that needs to be added into the game. In this case, it needs to be added back to the game, but they're still going strong with this FCIQ 2.0, these new player roles and focuses, as they're promising a new versatile focus, more roles plus and plus plus at launch. Roles now feel closer to roles plus plus, and out of position penalties have been reduced. So that might be a slight silver lining, but again, I know a lot of you guys have been commenting, a lot of you guys are frustrated, a lot of you guys want this feature back. Yeah, it doesn't look like it will be making a return anytime soon. Nevertheless, those are just my concerns about FC26 moving forward, as we have the beta coming up. We've got the deep dive either this week or next week, so we'll see more concrete and more confirmed details. Nevertheless, let me know, am I just over complaining? Am I too hypercritical? Am I, right to be calling out EA with these bullshit excuses, with their dumb decisions, with their dumb ideas, with their piss poor implementation? Let me know how you feel about all these news and all the new info coming out in the comments below. I'd love to discuss it with you guys and see if we're on the same page or if you guys are actually hyped. Nevertheless, more FC26 coverage and football modding content is coming your way. So if you like the sound of that, drop me a subscription down below. Hit the video with a like if you've made it this far, and follow me on all my socials. The links will be down in the description below. As always, I've been your boy BCHD. Have a great day, and I'll catch you lot in the very next video. Bye-bye.